Hello everyone, bonjour, I'm Guli Masharipova and welcome to the channel Everbest. Hope you guys are doing well and taking this chance in this difficult time. We have started online interviewing and our first guest is Mr. Sukhrob Sitanov. Sukhrob Sitanov is the co-founder of the IELTS Mania and already has become a successful IELTS instructor in Guli. He has taken the IELTS exam for 3 times with the highest overall score 8, in particular 9 in the listening, 8.5 in the reading, and 7.5 in the speaking, which is really amazing. And now we are gonna give some special questions to Mr. Sukhrob Sitanov. Watch and enjoy.
Good day to everybody. How are you doing? Okay, I want to thank Guli Masharipova and all the involved parties for joining me in this project, and I'm really grateful for this. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm the first interviewee in this project. Okay, that's really nice to be the first all the time. Okay, right. So Guli wanted to ask me some questions. All right. Now I want to answer these questions. Well, the hardest module of this test, I think for most of the students, this is writing, and I'm not an exception as well. Well, okay, so writing is difficult for me because so till this day I had a problem with this. I didn't understand, let's say, what is the exact thing that the examiners want me to do. For example, in listening it is really obvious, so you should listen and fill the gaps, or you should choose the correct answer if it's multiple choice question. For reading, again, this is the same. Alright, so you read and find the correct answers. And speaking, well, telling the truth, it wasn't so problematic for me. But of course, when I took the test for the first time in 2017, my score was 6. And after a year, in 2018, the score was 8. Well, I don't think this is some kind of really challenging module for me, but writing, this is really challenging. Okay, so the highest score that I could get from writing this is 6.5 twice and 5.5 once in 2017. Well, so that's why I consider writing is the most difficult part for me. Okay, toughest trouble that I faced in IELTS, I think that was the, again, let's say, writing. Toughest trouble for me was, let's say, how to be able to write the essays properly, how to describe the, let's say, graphs, charts and tables in task 1. So that was the toughest trouble that I faced, because when I took the test first time in 2017, telling the truth, I didn't know what to write. I just wrote, let's say, in order to just not to waste the time. I just wrote, and I had no idea what I was writing. So that was the toughest trouble for me. And then, okay, year by year, I tried to improve my, performance. And then I tried to improve it, and I could, let's say, to some extent, but not, let's say, as I want. So that's why this is the most difficult part, and this is the most difficult, let's say, thing. And besides, another problem was the time management. I couldn't finish all the tasks, let's say, in 1 hour. It took me like 1 hour and 30 minutes to finish both tasks, task 1 and task 2. So then I improved this, and then I could overcome. Again, this depends on the practice. You should practice a lot. You should read a lot in order to be able to manage the time properly. Well, okay. there are so many candidates, so many people taking the test nowadays, and there are several reasons. And I can talk about two of them. The first reason is the government approval of the IELTS certificate. Now, national universities of Uzbekistan also accept the IELTS certificate, and this was the one of the main reasons why there was a boom in the numbers of people taking the IELTS test. This is the first reason. And the second reason is the, let's say, student immigration, I guess. Lots of students, lots of young people want to study abroad, and so naturally these universities require IELTS certificate, and that's why, let's say, there are more and more, let's say, young people who want to take the test. Alright, so these two reasons. The first one, national universities approved this IELTS certificate, and the second reason is students, young people's, let's say, interest in studying abroad. Well, bittersweetness of this test, if I'm not mistaken, this is the challenge we face. You know, when I was taking the exam for entering the university, I wasn't so excited because I was sure that I had enough knowledge to pass the test. But in IELTS, this is totally different atmosphere. Okay, so all the time, for example, till this day, I have taken the test 3 times, and all the time I feel excitement. I get excited, and sometimes I worry a lot, and I feel the adrenaline when I take the test. And I think this is the most exciting thing about this test. And so you face the challenges, and you face difficulties, and you overcome, and then you see the result. This is the outcome of your hard work. So I think this is the most difficult, and this is the best part of this test, I guess. Well, unwritten rules of the test. Okay, there is one thing that most people ignore or refuse, that they don't take into consideration. This is the simplicity. Lots of people think in order to get good score, they think they should use academic vocabulary, difficult words that most people struggle to understand, and this is absolutely wrong. Simplicity is the key for the IELTS. This is 100%. So if you want to get score like 7.5, it is enough to be able to express your opinions in simple way for speaking, for example. I can give you an example. When I took the test in 2018, I had speaking score band 8. At the time, I didn't use some kind of fancy vocabulary that, let's say, that can be problematic for some students. I didn't use, let's say, too many academic words. And anyway, I could get 8. Why? Because I was simple, I was clear, I tried to express my opinions clearly. And pronunciation. So pronunciation is crucial, vital. You should be able to pronounce the words correctly. Knowing the words, knowing lots of vocabulary, but pronouncing them incorrectly, mispronouncing, is your biggest enemy. So that's why I write, be simple, pronounce the words correctly. So this is the unwritten rule. In let's say course books or some kind of, let's say, guides to IELTS or some kind of let's say instructions, you don't see this. So there is nothing about being simple. This is the unwritten rule for the IELTS. Be simple, be humble, and don't show off, and then you can get good score. So in my opinion, this is the most important unwritten rule of the IELTS test. Okay. One quality that is necessary in this process of the preparation for the IELTS test. Well, okay, there is one thing that I want to tell to, let's say, to you, if you want to get prepared, if you want to take the test. This is, you should be persistent, you should be hardworking. Okay, why? Because IELTS is not about talent. Okay, I can tell you from my own experience. So in 2017, I took the test and my, let's say, overall score was 6.5. And at that time, I thought, this is the limit. This is what I can do. I thought I cannot increase this result. And then I did some self-study. I conducted lessons. I got experience, and then took the test again, and my result was 7.5. And at that time, again, I thought, this is the end. This is the limit. I cannot improve. I cannot get more than this score. And then again, I studied. I conducted lessons again. I got more experience, and then I took the test last year in 2019, and then the result was 8. You see, so this is all about persistence, consistency, and hard work. So don't stop, practice a lot, and read more, listen more. Why it is important? If you want to be a good speaker, you should listen more. If you want to be a good writer, you should read more. These are most important things that you have to keep in mind if you want to get prepared, if you want to take the test. So don't forget about this. And for reading, for listening, there are some simple things that most people don't do. This is analysis. You should analyze both your mistakes and correct answers. You should analyze this. You should ask questions, why that was correct and why that was incorrect. This is really important. Well, okay. Thank you so much again. I'm really happy to be a part of this project, a new project, and I wish you success, all of you, all the people in the world, and I wish you health and wellness during this hard period, and I hope and I'm sure we will be able to overcome all the problems that the whole earth is facing nowadays. This is pandemic, coronavirus, and so I wish you strength, I wish you let's say health and wellness. Ramadan Mubarak. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and already got some special and useful tips regarding the IELTS. Whom you want to be the next person to be interviewed? Maybe this is gonna be you. So, cheers. Goodbye.